From the desk in my closet in my bedroom, I'm Amanda Maxim. This is Happiest Man Alive. Find us on the web at happiestpodcast.com.
It's a mystery. It's the beauty of being a human. It's not given. We talked about squirrels. If I was a squirrel, it was so boring because your life is pretty much defined. But us humans, everyone is a riddle. Each one of us. There's a saying in Hebrew that says every man, every human is a universe in itself. And it's true. I mean, the depth that we have of the values that we respond to and how different they are is unbelievable.
And you want to make that hidden universe explicit.
Yes, visible.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, it's time to look inside and discover your hidden universe. You can close your eyes if you want to. I want to see if you can answer the question I've been trying to answer. Okay, ready? Who are you? Can you, from the evidence you've gathered on yourself, put the pieces together and characterize yourself? What do you love? What do you respond to? How do you like to work? What's deeply meaningful to you in life? What are your essentials? And how do they all come together to form you? Are your eyes still closed? Anyway, The Happiest Man Alive says that each person is a universe, and if I know and understand my universe, I will have the potential for happiness. The chain of logic is, if you know who you are, you can figure out what you want, and if you know what you want, you can make a plan to go after it. That's the virtuous cycle of happiness. So I need to explore my universe to see what's in there. The best way to do this exploration is to make a self-portrait of your deepest values. He calls this picture my value galaxy. Basically, a value galaxy is a map of the things that you love and deeply respond to. Those are like home planets in your galaxy. If I do it right, my value galaxy will be the most elegant solution to the riddle of who I am. I'm a scientist. I love solutions. I definitely want to see this one. I feel like I already have a head start in discovering what's in my galaxy. That's because last time I talked with the Happiest Man Alive, I discovered a diamond. Diamonds are what he calls the things you love most in life. And you're listening to my diamond right now. It's this podcast. But he says there's many more diamonds to be discovered before I'm done. So today, I'm going to create my value galaxy. Oh, and he created a worksheet so you can make your own. Find it at happiestpodcast.com/galaxy. Last time we talked, I discovered this diamond, which is making the podcast, and I'm ready to go, right? So what are we doing now? We're just gonna make it, right?
Well, actually, not so fast, because if you want a full happy life, you have to have many diamonds and many types of diamonds, and you can't chase all of them because you have this constraint called, and it's a physics term, time. Is going to end one day, and that constraint first, I think, gives value to everything, because then you should go after and do it. Otherwise, why bother? You got eternity to do it. So it gives meaning to everything, and it also forces you to select and prioritize what it is that you want to go after.
I've discovered a diamond. Shouldn't I just go pursue that?
Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out and achieve things, just wait. But there is the hierarchy of strategy and then action. And we're still in the strategy domain of, do you know what Amanda should be going after? Well, you've discovered one thing, which is the podcast. But what about your kids? What about making money? What about friendships? What about art? What about going to the movies? What about going for a vacation? Do you want to live a happy, fulfilled life, like full of values? If so, just plot it out. And only then you can translate that to a very clear action plan of the things that Amanda is going to spend her time on. And I think going to war with that kind of plan is going to make you win the war.
Oh, you're going to guarantee my victory again?
I want to continue from learning how to mine for diamonds, learning how to appreciate those things that make your heart sing and your soul react and engage with life, and the things that give meaning to life. So that is one. Now that you got all the diamonds on the table, build a map of those diamonds, like a value galaxy. Okay, like a galaxy of the things that make your heart sing.
A galaxy of me?
A galaxy of the things that you love about life.
Okay.
Which is actually a reflection of you and your subconscious and your conscious mind, and the way it interacts with reality. Because you love the desert, you love audio, I don't. And the things that make your consciousness react are those diamonds. And so you scatter them all in the sky. And actually, I have it on the wall. You want to hear the wall story?
Yeah, let's hear your wall
So
story.
the value galaxy and the thing that comes after the value galaxy are so important that I painted a whole wall with a whiteboard color, and that's what's in front of me all day long. And it's a living thing. So the first step is take all of the things that you've done in the one good thing exercise, all of those diamonds that you love about life, and then you spread them on the wall or on the page. And you group together the things that seem to have some kind of a common denominator. So you end up with clusters of values on the page, right?
Okay.
And actually, I recommend to put you in the middle, like a circle with Amanda in the middle. And everything is around it. Can you imagine how to do that?
Yeah, so you're saying I'm going to write all my values on cards and lay them out and try to group them together and see what the common denominator is?
Yes.
From the floor in my bedroom, I'm Amanda Maxim. This is Happiest Man Alive. I'm here with a giant stack of sticky notes and a Sharpie, and I'm making my value galaxy. I'm also listening to the last conversation I had with Happiest Man Alive while I work, so I can figure out how to do this thing right. I wrote on each sticky note something that came out of the one good thing exercise. So, let's see. I've got the cricket in my room. I have Indiana Jones, new things, telephones. There's a lot of things here. Like 50 things. It's taking up the entire floor. Now I'm going to try to group things that have a common denominator. But like Indiana Jones, I could put with heroes or stories. Same with Captain Picard. Or sense of adventure. So there's definitely a lot of data here, things that reflect me. But it's kind of like looking at myself in the shards of a broken mirror. I don't know how they fit together and how to smooth them out so I can see myself more clearly. All right, Happiest Man Alive. How do I sort things?
So I'll read you from my value galaxy. So I got my love of philosophy, the love of communicating abstract ideas, my love of reading, my love of writing, my love of engaging with people that are philosophical. All of those things seems to be like one cluster that I respond to. And then there's another area. I love individualistic, competitive sports where I get the long-term perfection of skills like tennis and racing. And then there's another cluster around my love of music, playing the drums, playing the bass, being in a band, going to concerts. All of those are in a cluster. So give me an area of things you love that you think have connection.
Yeah, so I love solutions, seeing the solutions to puzzles.
What are the concretes?
Oh, like the solutions manual.
Yeah. Okay.
I will like read a solutions manual. Or I like seeing when my students all have different solutions to the same puzzle. I love seeing that. What else? I love watching true crime.
Okay.
And I also loved when we sent a package and it was supposed to go to Switzerland, but then it ended up going to Swaziland. And I was so excited by this because I got to call up FedEx and like see where did it go.
The mystery of it.
Yeah, it's the mystery, also the investigation.
Yeah. So that's a cluster of things, of concrete things you love, right? Or you found out through the one good thing. And now let's try to identify what I call the value theme. It's the essence of the thing that makes you love the values that are connected to it.
The thing that connects those is investigation. I love investigating. It explains why I became a scientist. But I was also really happy when I was working as a journalist. Every article was an investigation. The Happiest Man Alive says that sometimes values connect up to more than one theme. Writing articles as a journalist is also connected to something else I love to do. Communicate really dense, rich, complex ideas in a tiny little amount of space. I love that. It was a little hard to get started, but now I feel like I'm making all sorts of connections in my value galaxy.
And the beautiful thing is that some values are connected to 2 or 3 even value themes. So let me give you an example. I'm running a workshop called the Happiness Team. And it's an idea that I came up with after looking at my value theme and say, well, first, I love philosophy. And I love this concept of philosophy enabling a person to pursue a happy life. And then there's another domain of communicating ideas. I love being on stage. I love talking to people. I connected them both together with this value that is called the Happiness Team, which means that I just put it on Facebook and people registered, and we're having this accountability team called the Happiness Team. And I can't get enough of it. And by the way, I think that a value that is connected to more than one value theme is actually higher in what I call value density. I play that game where I try to connect the thing that I'm doing right now and where it's placed in the value galaxy.
So where is this?
Oh, this
Where
is
are
in
we
the
right
right
now?
in the middle. The Happiest Men Alive podcast. Come on.
Yeah.
High value density connected to the love. It's like the Happiness Team. It's connected to my love of philosophy. Actually, I think about it. It's not just philosophy and communicating ideas, but also the friendship with you, which I value. So, yeah, it's connected to several things. I'm really interested. I'm really curious. What are Amanda's value themes?
Yeah, storytelling, but especially with sound.
Yes. So you see, storytelling through sound is a very idiosyncratic, specific, and interesting value theme. And if you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 value themes around you that connect all of those concrete values that you want to achieve in life, that is just like a mind map of your mind.
In my value galaxy, this podcast is connected to just about everything. There's investigating. I'm investigating the happiest man alive. Heroes. If we both turn out to be one. Connection. It's cool to be friends with the happiest man alive. How did that happen? Editing. Creating something new. And the big one. Storytelling with sound. I love sound. It's value dense, as he would put it. And I can see the deeper reasons that this is a diamond for me.
Right now, I can look at my value galaxy and I see those 6 value themes that they are me. This is me. Those are the things that animate my life. The type of relationship, the type of work, the type of fun, the art, and just everything I love about life. I put it on a wall. It's just huge in front of me. And I look at it the whole day because it reminds me who I am and what I'm doing.
From the printer in my house, I'm Amanda Maxim. This is Happiest Man Alive. My printer is receiving data. The data is my value galaxy. It's hot off the press. All right, there it is. I'm going to take it back to my closet. All right, I'm back in my closet. I've got my value galaxy here. I don't have a giant whiteboard wall in this tiny little closet, but I do have a place on the wall where I can hang this and look at it. And that's what I'm going to do now.
I've studied galaxies before. I know that no two are the same, just like humans. So let's see if I can see myself in this one. I've got connection, sound, investigating, working.
There's heroes, storytelling, adventure, fun and play, passion, new things and experiences.
Those are all things that are big centers of gravity for me.
The happiest man alive says he feels amazing when he looks at his value galaxy. I feel uneasy, untethered.
When I'm looking at the self-portrait, I don't see it adding up to me being an astrophysicist. It's just like it's not here. There are parts of it, like investigation and understanding and communicating ideas, but being an astrophysicist isn't a center of gravity for me. If I'm honest, I don't really enjoy teaching the way that I used to. I love that I know the sky, but I want to do a different type of work now. I want to get into sound. If this is a picture of me, then I'm not doing my picture justice. I'm not going after the things that are on here. And I'm spending my time on things that aren't on here. This is not good. It's time to call him.
We're on the air.
Sweet.
It's February 9th, 2022. I'm talking to Amanda Maxham from my new house.
How's it? How's your new house?
My house is the way I want my house to be. Every detail in it is mine. And the colors and the design and the placement of everything is just all me. And I wake up in the morning and I smile.
So you did it.
I did it.
You followed your own system.
I am. Practicing what I preach.
Speaking of practicing what you preach, I did the Value Galaxy, and when I look at it, I don't see in there anywhere being an astrophysicist and like all the stuff that, someone who is really into that would have on their Value Galaxy. I'm not that into space news. Like, I like it, but I'm not obsessed with it. And teaching, I don't want to teach anymore. But this is how I've defined myself for a long time. And you got to give me the confidence that going with the Value Galaxy, what I've uncovered about myself is really the right thing to do.
Or what? What are your alternatives?
Okay, so there's do nothing. That's always an alternative. Keep on the same trajectory. Although that seems like it's going to be really hard now, sort of knowing what I know.
True.
And the other option is to figure out something else to do and adopt a new identity and go with that.
So let's see where those roads lead to. You know what you know about yourself now. You've identified yourself with things that are not really valuable to you, and you're going to continue to do that. That, in my mind, will result in accumulated frustration, anxieties, depressions, anger. It will sabotage a lot of your relationships with yourself, with others. It's a path of deception, of repression, and not tending to who you really are and what you really love. And that's not a way to live. That's not a path to happiness. You see what I mean? Yeah. It's not like you really have an alternative. The alternative is not that good. It might be safe. You might have low points in the other path that are lower than the average level of happiness you're going to be, or fulfillment you're going to be in that default. The other alternative is rocky and challenging and frightening and unknowable right now to you. But where does it end? In best case, it ends with you doing exactly what you want: self-discovery, self-assurance, self-confidence, and fulfillment.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me that happiness was going to be so hard.
I did tell you. I told you, I think the first time we met, Amanda, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard.
Right. You did say that. What I'm finding hard right now is that I have had this identity and it's giving it up, even though, we've scientifically tested this, right? It's the right thing to do. But giving it up is making me feel untethered. I don't have that sense of self to come back to. That's really hard.
It is. Our subconscious mind wants ease and predictability. Did you ever see a dog or a cat enter a new house? And how anxious they are?
Yeah, like a cat probably wouldn't even do that.
Exactly.
Wouldn't go in the new house.
That's how our subconscious acts, and it doesn't like those new places and the unknowns. But we're humans, and we have to take the first step in to show our subconscious we're going into a good place. It takes time. I was talking to someone and she told me emotions have their own pace, because sometimes I was like, why am I feeling this anxiety? Oh, it should go away. I can explain to myself there's no reason to be anxious about this. It makes no sense, But your emotions need the time. They need the space to to adapt. It's like your cat or your dog, right? Give them some time. They'll get used to the new house, but give them some time. Don't make them panic.
When you look at your Value Galaxy, does it give you a sense of confidence?
I think it does, in the sense of it's so obvious what I love about life. Why am I not doing it? And it gives you the courage to say, there's no other alternative. I have to take the risks of going after the things I love. Otherwise, I'm going to lose the whole game, which is, here I am about to die, looking at my life and saying, I could have done better. And I regret not taking more risks, because at the end of the day, risks of what? Living. And it's easier if it's staring at you from the wall next to me all the time, telling you this is what's good. All the rest is bullshit.
This process, it seems like it's kind of this waking up. It's like you're doing the things that you're doing now, but then you might not have ever really thought about why.
Actually, you've stolen a line, because I'm thinking of calling my book Wake Up. And I go back to by claim, this is the problem of all problems. I mean, if you think about life as a riddle, and you ask yourself, what is the purpose of this time on earth for a human being? How do you optimize for it if you have the answer of what it is for? Those are the most strategic question a human being can ask. And my answer to those two questions is, one, the purpose of your life is the achievement of deep, deep values that you respond to. The outcome of that is that state of mind called happiness. That is what you're after. And I think what we're doing today here is answering the second question, which is, okay, given that, how would a human being approach achieving as much of that mindset, the elevated mindset of, I am doing what I deeply love about life? So we're completely confused in the way we educate our kids, because we tell them, first, it's not about you, which is complete nonsense. Two, it's safety is more important, which is nonsense. I would rather live shorter than living like a slave to something that I didn't choose. Third, we tell our kids it's not achievable, stop dreaming. And I think that's, just cutting off their wings. They need to be looking up for heroes. I remember my heroes, right? They give meaning to my life because I want to be like them. And I want to aspire to be as good as they are in pursuing their deep values. So, yeah, it's waking up and slapping somebody in the face, which is what I want to do, and say, stop doing what you're doing. You're throwing away the limited time that you have, and you don't understand the formula of what it is that you're trying to optimize for. Change your strategy.
Well, there it was, the meaning of life. I made my value galaxy, discovered my inner universe, and I'm pledging fidelity to that picture.
Exactly. That's the goal. It's self-actualization. It's what we should be aspiring to do.
I'm going to put my passion into this podcast. I might never be successful, at least as far as a professional podcaster goes, but I'm confident that making this podcast is the right thing to do because I love it.
And even if you fail, even if you'll try and your podcast will not be a hit, not the first time, not the 10th time, you will be surrounding yourself with the things you love. I wish you to be so good at what you do, so people will pay you a lot of money because you're going to be the best in the world, maybe in doing that. Or at least you will be the only Amanda Maxim in the world who's doing Amanda Maxim's podcasts.
Yep, that's me, the one and only. An entire galaxy with centers of gravity like storytelling and sound, values that orbit value themes, and the whole thing adds up to me. Seeing yourself and your values is like having a new wavelength of light to see the universe in. This picture of me means something.
Right now, I can look at my value galaxy and I see those 6 value themes. They are me. This is me. Those are the things that animate my life.
I want to find out what values are truly mine, and I want to travel as far as I can in my galaxy in the time that I have. I want to experience life. I want happiness. Even though I know this journey is not going to be easy.
being okay with not being okay.
Oh,
You
being
know?
okay with not being okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know that you'll be in situations where it's going to hurt and on a heroic journey. So when I suffer a little bit, I'm saying, yeah, that's part of the heroic journey. What did you expect?
Yeah, I want to be a hero because I'm the most important person in the universe. That goes for you too, you know. You're the most important person in your universe. Imagine if you knew yourself so well and loved yourself so much that you always tried to give yourself exactly what it is that you want.
And when I'm 88 or 95, whatever, and I'm sitting down and reflecting on my life, I would rather have a journey of failures and trials and errors and some successes in areas that I love and I'm passionate about than some other meaningless life.
I'm going to explore myself scientifically and go for my own happiness. That's my strategy. It's good to know who I am. Now, you'll go figure out who you are, right? You've been listening to Happiest Man Alive. This podcast is produced by me, Amanda Maxim. Thank you, Don Watkins. Find us on the web at happiestpodcast.com. Music and sound was by Poddington Bear, G-Flood 1087, Logic Moon, K-Smokey, Segvari, Andrew KN, Full Metal Jedi, Wax Socks, Supervans, Romaji Buffalo, Optica Illusions, Level Clearer, Clavo 1985, Proto Sounds, Geen, Craig Smith, and Big Veggie. I've secretly already started on my podcasting journey. I recently moved into my closet. Mom, I'm ready.
I'm recording you.
No.
Come on. It's just for...
For what? Yeah, it's just for the internet. I don't want to be on the internet. Trust me, I'm not internet ready.
Are you not internet ready, or is the internet not ready for you?
Either way, we made a mutual agreement.
So tell me about this, what you're looking at right now. What is this place?
This is a closet. This is the inner sanctum that I have waited almost, is it 2 or 3 years since you moved in this house? Anyway, it's been a long time, and I asked several times to go in here, and I got the same response every time. No. Wow, I am impressed, Amanda. I am very much impressed, and I want to be the first to congratulate you on your new office suite. Space like this is very expensive to carve out in this world and in this house and in this room particularly. And I think you have done it. My curiosity doesn't have to be waiting around anymore. I know the answer to the sweeping broad question of what was in here. I can see. It's delightful. It's delicious, not defamatory. I love it.
Thanks, Mom. I love it too. If you love this podcast, subscribe, because that's how you'll get more. Thank you.